Here, you'll find mountains, a vast sea, and Kung Fu. This is home to the most traditional China in the East. At 3 o'clock in the morning, the farmers in Huzhou town begin their busy routines. Since drying requires the best sunlight at noon, the preparation for rice noodles must be completed at night. The warm, humid weather along the coast makes rice prone to moisture. By altering the characteristics of food, it can be preserved for a longer time. Thus, rice is transformed into rice noodles. The small town was once an extension of the maritime Silk Road. Dry rice noodles concentrate more carbohydrates, making it convenient for travelers to quickly replenish their energy. The environment shapes food and fosters diligence. This is the law behind culinary traditions, and it also applies to the 130 types of snacks found in the town. Every day, fresh catches come ashore from the sea. This oyster, which thrives in the intertidal zone, was already being cultivated by the people of Quanzhou 1,000 years ago. The grandma by the seaside skillfully pries open oyster shells and sells the meat to diners. This is an iconic dish of Quanzhou, fried oysters, a symbol of the new culinary treasures that the ocean presents. The remaining oyster shells are stacked to build houses, or ground into nutrients for the soil and then washed by rainwater and streams before eventually returning to the sea. In the eyes of the Quanzhou people, food that originates from nature should never go to waste. Who was the first person to eat sandworms? Who was the first person to consume seaweed? Who would have thought that stewing could release exquisite gel? Perhaps it takes courage to uncover bounciness and silkiness. The mountains, forests, and oceans at our doorstep. Clever Quanzhou people always uncover hidden ingredients. Plants and trees can be crafted into soft dough, wrapping everything within. Seafood can be transformed into floating meatballs, rolling in soup and oil. The seaside never lacks saltiness or sweetness. Two identical white crystals, catalyzed by red yeast vinegar, giving birth to a new flavor: deep-fried sweet and sour pork. The flavor of mountains and seas can evolve into thousands of dishes in the hands of the Quanzhou people, with whimsical ideas serving as their catalyst. Originally, food comes from nature, but the source of culinary delight springs from the intervention of wisdom. "90% of Quanzhou people can make salty rice," is where the strongest appetite cravings for salty rice is found in China. Cooking ingredients together with rice is not uncommon. But stir-frying raw rice is only available in Quanzhou. A bowl of salty rice, accompanied by a bowl of soup, constitutes a complete meal. Merging rice and dishes together is certainly for convenience, but the added processing of food should have a deeper meaning. In the hustle and bustle of life, meals follow their own rhythms. This reflects the earnest attitude we need in our lives. A Zeiss car is not big, but its advantage lies in its ability to navigate narrow alleys, delivering goods directly to any storefront. He brings something that Quanzhou people can't live without in their lives, miso soup. In the old town of Quanzhou, on average, each alley has 3 or 4 restaurants serving miso soup. The huge demand nourishes local taste and sustains the livelihoods of Quanzhou people in the industry chain. Utilizing the stickiness of glutinous rice flour and natural rolling, yuanqiu balls can be wrapped seamlessly, but the core lies in the zheng passed down from ancestors. The key to the authentic beef soup is manually beating it for over an hour. But even longer lasting is this pottery basin that has been used for 120 years. The popular Shuwan meatballs at the dock has been passed down through 4 generations. The tradition of food encompasses not just family recipes, but also the sincerity and beliefs of the family. In Quanzhou, providing local or private catering services outside business premises is known as outsourcing catering. The entire process is managed by the outsourcing catering team. This is a flexible and intelligent part-time job, maximizing the efficiency of available labor time. Praise from neighbors is always more important than luxurious ingredients. Ultimately, the eater determines the flavor. The act of making and eating sustains Quanzhou's cuisine heritage and traditions. The art of cooking is a way of deeply processing life. The passage of days has refined the vocabulary of overlapping time, ancient early, goza. This ancient early essence adds flavor to life. A batch of spices from West Asia is about to dock at Shuhu Port. They will enter Quanzhou City to touch people's tongues and taste buds. This is a story that has been told for over 1,000 years. Today, the dietary customs brought by Arab merchants have undergone miraculous transformations. Native star anise cinnamon, mixed with exotic pepper, fragrant leaves, and essential curry, create a unique fusion of Chinese and Western flavors. This generous acceptance extends beyond taste. It embodies adaptation and an open-minded attitude. This World Heritage City was the emporium of the world in Songyuan, China, with its greatest strength being its exchanges with the world. Sweet potatoes, onions, pepper, curry, and satay sauce have all made their way into China from here. Exchange brings new tastes, enriching the style and modality of diet and lifestyle. In Quanzhou, everyone can savor the major cuisines from various parts of China, as well as the flavors of food from around the world. With a generous personality that embraces the breadth of ingredients and the depth of taste, this city is the starting point of the Maritime Silk Road, a stage where food and culture intersect. The abalone from Whitehor Bay has found a natural new home. Local fishermen have discovered a new food chain. Seaweed feeds fish schools, which help maintain the ecosystem and provide excellent water quality, promoting the growth and reproduction of abalone. As a result, abalone has become a new source of wealth for the fishermen. Respecting the domestication of nature can create new pathways for food acquisition. Fishermen are concerned not only about quantity, but also about opportunities for sustained harvests. The high-yielding Tiguanian tea infuses its fragrance into the freshness of sea shrimp, while tea oil can be used at higher temperatures to stew douhua, black chicken raised in free-range conditions. Every new dish that emerges is always backed by a fresh industrial chain. Quanzhou boasts a large-scale and vibrant food industry. It is the largest candy-producing region in China and the biggest base in the country for leisure foods. Over 6,000 food makers are trained here every year, alongside ancient rituals that have been preserved for generations. Master's admonition must be honored, along with the Tao of unity between heaven and man. This embodies the essence of food and the richness of taste. Here, we create delicious food in our daily lives, and we also create a life enriched by food. This is Quanzhou.